Hey, what's going on? My name is Marcus Barnett. I'm the owner of the BC Network and Barnett Consulting Project Solutions. Um, I added the name Project Solutions recently as I've been revamping everything that I've been doing for Barnett Consulting and the BC Network. But for the most part, I just want to say I'm back. So I've been doing a little bit of YouTube here and there, not really, but I would start and I would stop. I would start and I would stop. And I would find a lot of reasons to stop, right? So whether it's us buying a new home, whether it's my wife and her opening her shop, or my wife and her opening our trailer shop first, and we went and then got a building, remodeled the building, right? There's just a lot of reasons why I could stop something. And I was actually getting to the point where I would really want to keep going, but I would just stop, and I would stop myself and just say, you know what, I don't think I'm ready to do this, and I put it on the back burner. Well, today is me starting over and trying to get better. I'm not going to make no commitments. I'm just going to consistently find a way to do things better. So what I'm doing is just introducing myself again to you guys, letting you guys know that I am here, and I'm looking for some consistency. And I'm looking for that within myself, not you. But I'm just really, I started this channel as a way for people to kind of see my journey through success as I navigate my way as an entrepreneur, husband, family man, and it's been pretty great. Everything started around like 2019, and it just kind of kept going, right? So we bought a house, we bought cars. If you know anything about me, I had a couple Benzes, Camaro, Tesla. I had some cars where I was doing Turo and I was doing different things. But then we sold the house, sold the cars, bought a new house, invested in our family, invested in my wife's beauty spa, and it was as a storefront. So we went from doing it in our home to me buying a trailer for her and fixing the trailer up to make it a luxury spa, in a sense. And then from going from that spa and then to going to a storefront. And that took a lot. But what I did learn from all of that is that I kind of figured out my direction and everything. And I knew it was consulting. I just didn't know how to position that, right? So I took some time away from all of this so that I can just focus on my goals and do things that I need to do. Like, one of the things was make $10,000 a month. So my goal was to make $10,000 a month, and I have been hitting that goal for the most part. And I don't really want to get into details of finances because that's not what I'm here to do. But it was one of those things where I've been trying to figure out, how can I make more money? How can I do more things? And I think I found a good niche that I am comfortable with, and I want to expand that, and I want to go forward with that. So while I was away, I just took a little bit of time to really figure that stuff out. I didn't do anything basically for a whole year. So if you go back on my Instagram, I was starting to work on really like the small business, helping people work on that. And that's really what the BC Network is. The BC Network is to help entrepreneurs to navigate together. It's a collective group. It's a community. So it's not just me saying, oh, I figured it out and I'm going to give you tools and I'm going to help you do this. No, it's just building a community of like-minded individuals so that we can continue to conquer together. Arizona is starting to grow, and we've seen it all. And my biggest thing is building relationships and really trying to get the best out of relationships from both parties. Something that I was really focused on is building relationships and using those relationships to, in return, build and grow more investments, opportunities, and ultimately relationships to do more business. So that was like the focus of it. I had different things like events where we had networking events and we had brought people together and we got ideas together. And it was really going pretty well. But I also wanted to focus on my financial income and do more things because I wanted a bigger house. We got 3 kids, so I wanted to make sure everybody had their room. We had focused on what we wanted to do for the shop, and we wanted to make something like to get to $1 million. So there's a lot of things that we were trying to do, and I kind of got away from that. So I'm in a really good place, and I think I have the energy and the all focus to go in on this, and I see a path to this. This is not for financial gain. I'm using this channel, I'm using this access to you, whether you watch or not, maybe you find some tools usable. Maybe you can find something that you like, or maybe you want to work with me because I am a project manager and I do consult and I'm a problem fixer. So just want to break that down, what I do now as a project manager. Barnett Consulting Project Solutions, which was established in 2019. It's always been a consulting firm or consulting business for project management, but I am a fixer. So a lot of times project management is really just getting someone that can help you organize the way that you want to go about handling things. Things are projects. Everything that, if you want to have something done, it's a project. I want to make more money. It's a project. I want to start a business. It's a project, right? A lot of times we do project management in our lives. Like, I want to go to Disneyland. That's a project. Whether you see it or not as a project, it's a project. Planning, securing the funds, identifying places to stay, risks, flights, breaking down cost analysis. You're doing a project. It's just about the level of project management that you're doing. So that's very surface level, but as a project manager, what I focus on is I help businesses expand, but I also focus on how to grow based off of the goals that you have. And right now, you might look at problems as something like, I need to get insurance for my employees. I need to go from payroll that is manual payroll to automated payroll. A lot of times people don't know how to do that, where to start, right? And if you're running a business and you're making money, because I see clients between 0 to 50 employees and they're making around $2,000 to $5,000 a month, and they actually have income to do other things. And the reason why I cut it that way is because, one, I want to make sure that this is something that can add to your business. The goal is to take away things that are pain points, right? So a pain point might be, I spend an hour every week on payroll and I don't want to do that anymore. Or I can't seem to find out how to figure out board members on my nonprofit, like things like that. Like, I focus on making sure that you get the tools you need to support you, right? And I bring those solutions in there. So that's also vendor management. That's making sure that you have the vendors that you're looking for. For example, if you want to go from manual payroll to automated payroll, I help you figure out, who do you need to talk to? What are the vendors out there? How do we schedule a meeting? I get with you. We work on a strategic plan. What's your budget? What's these things that you're looking for, right? And I go get you some solutions. And then once we identify and pick a solution, then that's where I go back to that place and say, okay, well, I help you implement it. And what does implementation mean, right? That means I give you the plan and the tools, and I support you on that, on how to make this thing go from I bought it to I'm using it and it's currently working really good for me, right? And that's looking at, well, what are the concerns that we got to find out? We're going from payroll that's automated to payroll that's manual to payroll that's automated. Those are the things that I help you figure out. What are the risks? So maybe you might have to switch the way that you do things. Maybe you have to go from these employees to just selling them to going to W-2. Maybe you have to do this. Maybe you have to go do that. And it really helps you put things together in perspective so that you can improve your business. And that's the biggest thing, right? So if you come to me with the problem saying, hey, I need help with this, right? And my goal is to say, if you need help with this, let me go figure it out for you so that you don't spend that time trying to figure it out because you're too busy making money. There's only 24 hours a day. If there is more, you would probably use more of that time. But you got time to sleep, family, business, things like that, right? But when it comes to going to find out and making hard decisions, very tough decisions, financial decisions, one of the bigger things that you can do is get a project manager to really help you focus on how to make the right decision, because sometimes we just take a guess. And as business owners, it's hard to really weigh the pros and cons and things like that if you're the only one you're listening to, right? You're only as smart as the person that's surrounding you. And if you're the only person surrounding you, that's as far as it goes. But if you have more minds, or you have someone who's been there, if you understand how to put things in perspective, Then you can utilize their experience, you can utilize their brain and figure out, okay, what are the best solutions? And I present those to you. So as a project manager, that is what I do.